There I am. Oh, we had some dead screen there, didn't we? Hello, everybody. So I'm doing this from Gus the Bus. And once again, hoping that I have enough light to make this work. So how are we? Who have we got? Adan, hello. Lovely to see you. Magnet for Love. Anu, hello to you too. Good to see you all. Great stuff. Okay, well, happy Easter, everybody, for yesterday. Good stuff. Right, well, we better get going then, I guess. How are we? We all doing all right? Let me see. What else have we got? Right. Marisol. Will Marisol call me in May? Okay, Adan, let's have a look. All right, let's ask the question. Right, I'm going to ask, what will Marisol do about calling Adan in May? Because tarot really doesn't like yes-no questions, so it can often be a bit... So what is Marisol going to do about calling Adan in May? Well, I don't think that's going to be a sure dunk certainty, Adan. So we've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is very tough love, so she is not emotionally driven. And so she's not going to give in to wanting to call. If she does want to call, she's not going to give in to it. And whatever this is, it's her being quite strict, as you can see from the card. So I think the answer is probably not, sweetie, okay? And even if she did call you, it probably wouldn't be the kind of message that you would want to hear, because it would be probably barking orders or, you know, being quite forthright, because she is the tough love queen, is what she is. So, sweetie, I don't think you should hold your breath for a call. I don't think that I can guarantee that will happen, sadly. Okay. Magnet for Love, good to see you. Hello, Karen A. Okay, Magnet for Love, may I please receive general guidance? What is important I know from Spirit, please? Thank you. Okay, we can certainly do that. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So you have got the Page of Cups. And this is a really sweet card. And it's often, as it's a message from Spirit, it will be a message to lean in to maybe becoming a spiritual student, or your spiritual studies, or whatever it is that is going to teach you about how you connect, because it's cups, and cups is all about happiness and connection. So basically, this is all about going back to school around what makes you happy, about how you connect to people, how you connect to your energetic self, how you connect to your intuition. So I think this is asking you to kind of go inside and go to a version of yourself that is a sort of a young, quite innocent version. So it's wanting you to be the very opposite of the Queen of Swords that we just have. So this is where you tune into yourself, and you're really opening yourself up in a very sort of innocent way and going, okay, what do I need to know and what lessons do I need to learn? Because it is here in your younger self, in your more open self, that the messages of what you need to know will be found. So it might be you need to do some inner child work. It might be you need to go back to your childhood and see what's going on for you there. But it really is about tuning in to that young, innocent part of you and getting the wisdom from that. Yeah, because that young, innocent part of you had wisdom that you now need. Right? That's interesting. That's really nice. It's not asking you to go back into any trauma or be traumatized in any way. It's always positive and kind and gentle. Yeah, so that's lovely. So that is your message from Spirit. That's what you need to know. That's really good. Magnet for love. That's lovely. Adan, you're in Arizona. That's great. I love hearing where people are from. It's amazing, isn't it? How we get people from like all over the world. I think on one call we had America, different ends of the States, which is distance in itself. We had Australia. We had did we not have Denmark? I think we had Thailand. We had Scotland. It's amazing. India we had as well. Bangladesh. It's very cool. Loads everywhere. Fantastic. Really, really fun. Lovely to have everybody together in a space, all being nice to each other. Right. Because we need that, don't we? Especially at the moment. Okay, Elizabeth, lovely to see you. You can indeed have a message from Spirit. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay. Good. Two of Wands. This is really cool. So this is it's very direct, Elizabeth, and what it's telling you is that you're going to need to make a decision, because this is the Crossroads card, and it's a decision that is made from the perspective of the card's nickname, which is Dominion. And it's called Dominion. Let me just get rid of that pop-up. It's called Dominion because you are in the position to take control by making the decision, right? So the question is, what's the decision you need to make? So this is where you're standing at a crossroads and you have to decide, I'm going to commit, important word, that way or that way. What am I going to do? And the way you make your decision is to say, okay, which path has the most energy, the most positivity, the most clarity for me? So with wands, we're being very creative, you see. So we need to visualize down both paths. And when we visualize down both paths, I could go this way. What do I see down there? And I could go this way. What do I see down there? And it is important that you don't stand at the crossroads. You do commit one path or the other. When you commit to one, you abandon the other. Very important. This month is a very, very important month for that. Which way? Left or right? In or out? Yes or no? You have to call it. Don't sit on the fence. Not going to work this month. Spirit wants you to call it, right? Whatever that means to you, call it. Don't sit on the fence, right? Cool. I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Okay. We have Twin Soul. What are Anna's thoughts towards me, please? Right, let's have a look. You'll forgive me having a little swig of wine. My other half poured me a glass of wine with dinner, and I didn't finish it. This one. Sipping at it in between my water. Okay, Anna, let's have a look. Oh, well, we have the Lovers. The Lovers is interesting, isn't it? Because it is a card of choice. Remember, the last card we had was a crossroads. This card is also a crossroads, but it is a very, very big, important crossroads. And Anna's thoughts are, is this a relationship that I want to have? Do I want to have a relationship? Maybe she's choosing between you and somebody else. Often that is the case with the Lovers. We're being asked to make a choice as to what path we want to take. Do I want to be with this person or this person? On the old traditional version of this card, I may have said this before, back in the something century, like the, I don't know, 14th century or something, the card depicted a man standing in between a woman and the king. And so he was choosing between love and duty. So this is why it comes up as a big, important choice of commitment to what will you commit? And it asks us, what do you love more? Which do you want? Do you want to make this commitment? So that's what she's thinking about. She's thinking about, is this a relationship she wants to have? And it's telling you that decision isn't made yet. She's thinking about it. Okay, so she is thinking about it, and at the moment that's all she's doing. She hasn't made her decision yet, so she is looking at you in terms of a potential relationship, maybe, and she will decide as and when is the right time for her. So that's good. It's not a hard no, for sure. It's not a hard no. Okay, it's under consideration, is what it is. Okay. S. Lila. Adrian's current feelings towards me. Right, that's fine. Can I remind everybody, please, if you have a reading from me tonight, like a video on the channel, especially this one, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. And as your fee, as your tariff, we've got very used to the tariff word, haven't we? Pick a video on the channel and hit play for me, and then maybe leave me a little comment to say that you've done it. I would really appreciate that in return for your reading. Thank you. If everybody on these calls played one of the videos on the channel will be doing a lot better than it is. So please play with me, guys. Help me out. All right, this is S. Leela, Adrian's current feelings towards me. All right, let's have a look. Well, we've got the Three of Wands here, and the Three of Wands is, I think what it's telling you is he's not entirely focused on you, sweetie. He's kind of looking out, and his attention is out there, not in one place. So it is very much about expansion, very much about, the bigger picture. So it's not an energy that is focused on one person, and it is not an energy that is tremendously emotional either. It is exploratory, but it isn't exploratory towards one thing. Like we just had the Lovers, that's an exploratory card. There is a decision that needs to be made, and that person is looking at it. This is exploratory in the wider sense of the word. So I think you might have to work on getting his attention, because asking what his feelings are towards you, I think they are probably not serious, honestly. They are not focused. There's no real intent here, but there's no real attention either, not with regards to a relationship or emotional connection. Yeah. So that's what I've got for Adrian. Adrian needs to be looking at a different direction, doesn't he? Okay. Anoop. Nidhi. I think we might have read about Nidhi a couple of times before. I think we might have done. I'm presuming you just want to know if anything's changed. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. Well, it's not a hard no. Again, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and up. And the Ace of Pentacles is an interesting card because, again, it's not emotionally led. So this is a card of potential. It's not a card of happening, right? It's not a card of energy emotion. It's not a card of anything guaranteed. It is a card that says, well, there might be something maybe at some point. It's almost like I've got it in my back pocket. Should I need it or should I want it? So the Ace of Pentacles is it's a nice card in its essence, right? There isn't anything negative to do with the Ace of Pentacles, but it is also quite pragmatic. It's a Pentacles card, so it's very down to earth. It is not emotionally led, and it is not desire led. All right, that's important because your question was, does Nidhu have attraction towards Anup? Okay. The idea is here that this is not a desire-led card. So any attraction she has for you is leaning into, it's a potential maybe at some point. Maybe there'll be some worth in this for me. Okay. It is not I think it's really dishy. I really kind of, it's not that. So what she's doing is she's looking at you and she's saying, well, there is the opportunity there. Should I decide to lean in? It's all about potential, not about action. Now, you've got to be very careful because the potential, there is a phrase, sweetie, that I've used with clients over many years, and I'm going to give it to you too. Beware the curse of permanent potential. Beware the curse of permanent potential, because when you get stuck in permanent potential, it becomes like a curse. You can't get out of it. So, well, there's the potential, right? So if there's the potential, I'll wait for it. It's like being stuck on a platform where all the trains are leaving from over there, but you think, well, there must be a train along soon. There's the potential, right? Don't wait for Nidhi. Don't wait for Nidhi, right? Don't wait for her. If she wants you, she'll come get you. Honestly, she will. Don't wait for her. The attraction isn't strong enough to drive her forward. Not at the moment, right? You don't want to be somebody's fallback position. Anup, you really, really don't, right? Listen to your Auntie Janice. She won't lead you wrong. All right. That's all right, Adan. Lovely to see you. That's all right. Hello, Boom Blast. I think you're new. Very nice to see you. Hi, Jaswin. Hello. Here we go. Right, number 2. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Can we see what Kushagra's feelings are for Jaswini? Okay. I think we've looked at Kushagra as well, haven't we, before? He feels infamous to me. He feels like another one in the bad boy box. But we won't judge. We'll let the reading decide. Let's see. Okay. Well, we've got another potential card here. Now, it's not a potential like the Ace of Pentacles. It's a bit more proactive. With this card, we have him feeling like, well, I can if I want. If I decide I want to, I can make it happen. So he's very confident. And what you have to be careful of with the Magician, because the Magician is more or less, we can see him as a broadly positive card. And if it is ever drawn for somebody for themselves, then it's positive. It's great. However, when somebody's feelings are the Magician, what that tells you is that they feel, believe, know that they can paint a picture of whatever they want you to see. So it's a bit like an illusion. So I'm going to say whatever it is I think you want to hear, maybe, to get the effect I want. I may not even be that definite about it. I may allude to something you want to hear and let you fill in the blanks, because I am the Magician and I can let you do that. I will lead the way and let you draw your own conclusions. So you have to be a little bit careful here, because he's very confident in his ability to get the result that he wants for him, not for you. Okay? So his feelings for you are all about him. That's the point. So that's fine, and you can play him at that game, but make sure that you don't listen to words. Make sure you watch actions, right? You know, when a magician is doing a show and they're talking and they're going, look at this, and this hand's doing this over here. Same with this. So the words are the thing they want you to look at. You've got to look at what the action is. When you look at what action they're taking, then you'll have a much clearer idea of the truth that's going on, because that's the magician for you. All right, I hope that helps. Good. Interesting. Who have we got here? We have Lotus of Serendipity. Such a sweet name. And we have Ascending Universal Butterfly next. We've got these beautiful poetry founded names. Aren't they gorgeous? Can you have a general reading? Yes, you can. So what I will do, general readings today, we will say, what should you do for the absolute best results for the rest of the month? How about that? What should you do for the absolute best results in your life for the rest of the month? And I will align it to whatever it is most important to you. All right, so whatever is your priority, I'm going to align my intention to be focused on that. All right, Universal Butterfly, that's what we will do. Right. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. So basically, it does what it says on the tin, stay safe. So what this means is be very cautious with who you let in, with your money, with your time, with your energy, and with sharing your resources in your life. So this would be, don't allow yourself to be vulnerable to whatever emotional pulls you may or may not have. Don't allow yourself to be swept off on, I just want to do that. Don't do it. Play it very safe. So this is all about building a power base. So this is the Four of Pentacles, which is like, it's a safe, right? This is where you store your riches. So it's asking you to keep your riches safe. Whatever your riches are to you, it's symbolic, right? Whatever your symbolic riches are, whether that be your heart or whether that be your actual money or whether that be whatever that is, right? Your life in general, keep it safe. Don't risk it, right? Don't give it away. Don't be glib with it. Don't invite just anybody in. Leave the front door open and invite all and sundry in. We're not going to do that, right? So that's what you need to know. So that will play out across your whole life, not just romance, not just work. Could be work. If it's work, it might be stay where you are. Don't move for now. Keep everything, maintain the status quo. Keep it as it is. Don't make any sudden moves. Don't do anything risky. Keep things as they are, just for this month, not forever. This is not a life sentence, but for the rest of this month, right? Keep everything safe. Maintain the status quo. Right, there you go. That is your reading, and that will bring you the absolute best results. Good stuff. Hello. Hello to Ascending Universal Butterfly and all in the chat. Hello, Rishika. Lots of love. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Lots of love to you too. Here we go. You can indeed have a general read. We'll do the same thing. What should you absolutely, definitely do for the best results for the rest of this month? Okay. What should you absolutely, definitely, positively do for the rest of this month? Best results. Oh, interesting. Well, this is easier said than done, to be fair, because this is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is telling you that you have a problem. And the problem you have is not the problem. The problem you have is the way you're thinking about the problem. Now, that is a tricky old one, isn't it? To be fair, it is. But nevertheless, it's telling you that you need to think differently, because the way you're thinking about the problem, or the way you're seeing the problem, or what you think the solution to the problem is wrong. And it's leading you in the wrong direction. So how can I describe this? So let's just say this is a relationship. Let's just say, and I'm not saying that it absolutely is, but let's just say there is a relationship at hand and that relationship is not going well. And your question would be, when is this person going to commit? Or do they love me? Or whatever the question is, this card is telling you it's the wrong question. It's the wrong question. The question needs to be, what is the real problem? The real problem in this instance is this person is not committing because they are the wrong person, right? And you're so busy trying to make them into the right person that you're asking the wrong questions. Now, I'm not saying that is your situation, but that is an example of how this card works. It wants you to find one true thought about the situation and work with that, right? One true thought that you know is true. And that might be a thought about how you actually feel. And then use that as your kicker for the rest of the month. That one true thought, that will solve your problem. Right? Bit complicated, I guess, but you know what? It is really, really powerful if you can do it. That Ace of Swords is really powerful. So hopefully, with a little bit of thinking about it, you can figure that one out. Okay. Rishika, India. Hello. Hi from India and hello from Sweden. So Elizabeth London is in Sweden and Rishika 111 is in India. Great. How cool is that? And it's so great that we all get to be here. I love it. It's really lovely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Okay, so we have, is that Annika? Aniket, maybe. Aniket. Can you get a message from Spirit? You absolutely can. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, well, big card for you, darling, haven't we? Right, give me 1 second. I'm going to put this. This is the first time. This is the big moment, guys. This is the big moment. This is the first time this year I've put a fan on. 1 second. I'm gonna have to reach over, so forgive me. Hold on. Come here. There we are. Oh, it's so nice. My hair is going to be blowing out dramatically in the breeze any moment now. Right. So, Aniket, you have the Tower. Now, the Tower is a big old card, isn't it? And so this is a message from Spirit. This is telling you that you're going to need to look at things in a very logical way. You're not going to want to. This card is where something needs to fall. Something hasn't worked out. And if it seems to you that things are being disastrous or something's not worked out, or you lose your job or a relationship breaks up, whatever, what's important to know about this card is don't panic, okay? Don't panic. Sometimes what happens with life is going, okay, this isn't working and you're not fixing it. And you're not fixing it because you're seeing it all wrong. And so, do you know what? We are going to come in and sort this out for you. Now, that is never comfortable, ever. But if you do it right, because look, we have here, I'm going to hold this up here. So you can see we have a road and we have a pylon. And this pylon represents that we have built. It's the structure on which we hang who we think we are, what we think we're doing, what we have faith in, what we think is fair, right? And on some level, aspects of that may come down. Don't panic. It's not the end of anything. It really isn't. All it's doing is it's giving you a level playing field, if you do this right, from which you can build better. And if this is a message from Spirit, this is a message for you to have faith. Trust them. Trust them. If anything falls apart, it's for a reason. It's not random. It's not life hating you. It's not everything going wrong because it's going wrong. It really, really isn't. It's because you need to, it's almost like, do you know what? No, we're going to take that down and now, okay, have another go. That's what it's doing. Have another go, right? Really important that you trust and you have faith and you see why. You must, when you can, see why. So see what shows up for you. It might be a little heads up as to something that's coming your way. And it may not be comfortable, but it will be for the best. It will be good. Ultimately, you will look back at it and go, yeah, better now, for sure, better now, right? So there you go. Not easy, but necessary for your happiness, all right? Okay, well, that was a big card. It's a big card. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, Magnet for Love, thank you. I'm glad. KDP Writer, hello. Hello to you. First time here. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You see, I am an ebook ghostwriter, book editor, book formatter, and Amazon KDP book publisher. Well, you have just had an advert on here. Very happy to do that for you. Excellent. Good to know. Anybody needs a ghostwriter or a book editor or a book formatter or somebody who can help you with Amazon, KDP publishing. I think that's ebook, isn't it? Or is that? Anyway, KDP Writer is your guy or girl, person. Good stuff. All right. Kelly girl, lovely to see you. Vandika, lovely to see you too. Okay. Will J reach out soon? Let's ask. Okay. Maybe. We've got the Two of Cups here, so it does tend to suggest that there may well be some contact. Yeah, so that's good. That's not negative at all. I think there could be a little something going on here. There's something to explore. You may well hear from this person. I think it's interesting because when I ask what he'll do, we've got this is like a baby lover's card. So it's like the beginner's lover's card. It's like, oh, do I want to? Do I feel an emotional connection? So if he does reach out, then you'll know that he's figured that there is indeed some kind of emotional connection between you, which is actually quite nice. If he doesn't, then I think you need to accept that he's made the decision that not to. And that's important, isn't it? So I asked this in the next month, right? So in the next month, what will Jay do about reaching out? And so he will make the decision whether to reach out in the next month. It looks positive to me. But there is still a choice to be made here, right? It's not a decision made, but it is a decision being made in the right energy. He's exploring whether or not he wants to, and it looks to me like he is willing to sort of lean into that decision. So I think there is a good chance he will. If he hasn't reached out in a month, don't wait. Don't sit around and wait for him, because he will have made the decision that he isn't going to. All right? So this is your period where you know one way or the other. Right? So I think you've got a decent chance, honestly. The card doesn't give you an absolute slam dunk, definitely, but I think I would be comfortable with what odds. I think you've got a good 75% chance that he well might. Yeah, I like the 75% odds on that. Let's just see. Let's see what happens. So this is the point at which he decides to reach out or not. All right, so that's good. Hello, Nat the Horse Witch. Lovely to see you. Hello, Gina. You can. Let me see. Trying to find my footing and my path feels a bit obscured. Okay. All right. Well, let's ask them. It's the guidance for you. Okay. Let's have a look. Right. So, Gina, this is from your guides around trying to find your footing with your path. What is their guidance to you around that? Okay. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Gina, I think you read some tarot. I'm pretty sure of that. What this is the card of mastery. So this is perseverance, isn't it? And so I think it's just a question of upping your skill set in whatever it is you really, really want to do. So learning, really leaning into the idea of mastery. So finding your footing is because what they're saying to you is you need more experience, you need more practice, you need to, to build that skill set further, right? Practice. This is the card that would talk about that 10,000 hours of master to make a master, isn't it? So that's what we need. So that's all this is. This is you needing to gain more experience, needing to level up skill-wise. You're on the right path. This is no way is this saying the wrong path. If there was any message here about what not to do, okay, we can look at every card in positive and negative. If there was any card here, it's telling you, make sure that you're not going over and doing the same thing repeatedly and staying in one place. Make sure you don't do that. Make sure you're not being perfectionist, because this card does talk a lot about perfectionism. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. So we have this potter here. Look, he's making all of these pots. He's making another pot here. And what he doesn't want to be doing is making all of these pots with the same crack, making the same crack pot time and time again. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to practice so that none of his pots are ever cracked again. So what's important is you look at the patterns, look at what you habitually do, look at where you need to learn more, look at where you need to get more mastery, and build it and persevere and keep going. And if you do that, you will be fine. We're not on the wrong path. You've just got to persevere. All right? So, yeah, I hope that makes sense, right? I hope something I've said in there resonates with you. The perfectionism thing, I think, is quite interesting with the Eight of Pentacles. That's something that we do need to think about, because sometimes when we are trying to be a master at something, we can be too caught up in the detail of things, and that doesn't help us. Hope that helps, sweetie. Lovely, lovely. Hello, John. Lovely to see you, John. Glad you can make it. Ah, look. There we go. Thank you, John. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write a comment, buy Janice's new book, and visit Janice's online shop, where you will find all kinds of tarot lovelinesses. You will find my tarot deck, you will find my book, you will find t-shirts with wonderful tarot designs, you will find a tarot major arcana mandala, which I have made myself especially for you. All of that good stuff is there. All right, thank you, John. That is wonderful. Now the horse witch, you can. Okay, lovely. Right. Can I have a card for the energy around my work? Let's have a look. Let's see. Oh, okay. Now this is a tricky one, Nat. And if I was a less brave reader, I would go, oh, I think I'll just take another card here. So what we have is we have the Devil. We're going to be honest about these cards. They come up. I'm going to be really honest with them. Now, look, what this is telling you isn't that your work is wrong, isn't that your work is bad, isn't that you are bad, none of that stuff. All it's telling you is that you might be being tempted to think that you have to take a certain path when actually it's not going to serve you in the way you think it will, right? So the way I would treat this is I would have a look at what you're doing in your work, and there will be something that you are thinking, I've really got to do that. Maybe you really, now, two things. Maybe I don't want to do it, but I think I should. And so I really need to do that. Or I really want to do this thing because it'll make me feel good, but I kind of know I shouldn't really. It is a sidebar. So it's taking you off on a journey that is not going to be sustainable and that you are going to have a tricky time getting out of. So whatever it is, it's a distraction. It's a distraction from the main event. So the question is, in your work, where is your heart aligned? Where your heart is aligned, that's where you need to put your attention. And the devil is taking you off in a different direction entirely. This is a picture of fake love at its most, basic. Fake love. So there is no real relationship here. There is no real love here. This is just a show, a gratification show. So whatever it is you're tempted by that is not heart aligned, right? Turn away from it, because it isn't going to work out. It isn't going to work out. It will get you something. It's not nothing. It will get you something, but it won't lead you anywhere. That's the problem. It will get you a short-term gain, maybe, but it will end up being a dead end that you're going to struggle to get out of, because you're going to realize that actually this is not the path I want to take. So, heart aligned. You can do that. You know how that feels. So that's how you figure out what that devil card is referring to. All right. There we go. That's a really good piece of information, actually. That's a really strong message for you. I hope you can figure that one out, because it's important. Very, very important. Hello, Kelly. Lovely to see you. Can I ask if Tony would be happy living with his girlfriend? Well, we have a difficult conundrum here, don't we, Kelly? Because I don't want to be a killjoy about this, but we are not supposed to look into people's private lives when there isn't a really good reason for us to do it. So what I'm going to do, because Tony's going to have to figure that out for himself, sweetie, isn't he? Right? There is not a lot you can do about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a guidance card for you about Tony and his girlfriend. Okay? And living together. Oh, excuse me. What do you need to know? Let's ask that. What do you need to know about the situation, about Tony living with his girlfriend? Let's ask that. So we're going to align it with you. What do you need to know that would be good for you to know? Let's do it like that. What would be good for Kelly to know about Tony living with his girlfriend? Okay, that seems fair. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that that wording. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Well, we have the Six of Pentacles here, and the Six of Pentacles is it's a card where we have a balance going on between two people here. And we have one person always wanting something from the other person, and the other person always wanting a little bit more, and one person always being the one that says. So what's important for you to know is there is some kind of power dynamic going on in this situation, and whatever is on offer, so whether this is Tony, right, who is breadcrumbing. Don't know whether Tony is breadcrumbing or not, but he might be. He's always giving just enough, right? But no more. And so, you know, him being happy with his girlfriend, he'll only be happy if he keeps the power dynamic in his favor. And he may do that by wanting other people's attention, maybe, or whatever, but he's giving just enough to keep it in play. So happy, I don't know if I would go so far as to say happy. It isn't unhappy, but you need to be aware that there is a power dynamic going on behind the scenes, or maybe even not so much behind the scenes, that you do not want to get caught up in, right? Will be my advice to you. I would step back from that and allow them to figure that out on their own, because that is a bit of a sticky web in there, I think, Kelly. Interesting, huh? Interesting. That's what they said you should know. So be careful with that, okay? Hello, John. Of course I can. I'm working on an advanced voice cloning technology to be used ethically. How will this help with my long-term plans? Okay. All right. I am very cautious, John, about voice cloning, as you can imagine. But you're a good guy. We trust you. Okay. How will this help with John's long-term plans? The Fool. It will neither help nor not help. It is a new thing. It is a bit of a leap of faith, isn't it? I mean, in a way, the Fool is a good card, John, because it's telling you that you've got to take this from the get-go, and what you do and how you build it is gonna really be the arbiter of what happens. And as you know, because you read tarot, you know what the Fool means, you know what the Fool wants. What does the Fool want? The Fool wants you not to have any expectations, and it also wants you to have no fear. So if you go into this voice cloning technology with expectations that it will help your long-term plans, if it looks like it's not going to, you'll give it up, so it won't. If you're frightened that it won't, and so you go, oh, well, what if I get sucked in and it doesn't work? And what if I put in loads of work, it doesn't work? You'll give it up. So what you've got to do, you've got to do it from a clean perspective and be prepared to walk the journey with it, take a bit of a leap of faith, see where it leads. All right? And that's important, because this is, it's like it's a total open playing field. It could go either way. It could. And that is going to depend on you, my love, stepping into the role of the magician. You have read my book, so you know what I'm talking about. So you need to take all of that potential energy, step into the role of the magician, and decide how you're going to bring it to life, right? First, you have to engage with the potentials that you think are, are worth your investment. Cool. All right, then. That's good. I hope that's okay, John. That's pretty good, I think, John. I think that's quite good. Are you happy with that? I like that reading. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. I think it's quite encouraging. Excellent. That's all right, Anup. That's my pleasure, my sweet. Billy, hello, Billy. Kelly, I've just, just done that, Kelly. Let me see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everybody on the call, could you do me a favor, please, and just post your question once, right? Just post it once. You don't have to post it multiple times. The reason I ask you to do this is because I get very confused. And I can't remember who I've read for and who I haven't. So if you think I've missed you, right, you are absolutely within your rights to go, hey, Janice, I think you might have missed me. And I will say whether I have or I haven't. And if I have missed you, I will absolutely either ask you to repost or I'll go back and find your question. But please don't keep posting all the time because I can't. It's like it clogs up the feed as well and it makes the feed much longer and I have to go hunting. One at a time, guys, one at a time, please. Okay, so this is Billy. A love message for me, please, with the energies from her. Okay, all right, let's see what we can do. Whoever her is, let's have a look. Okay. Well, we have the star. The star is very nice. It tells you have faith. It tells you you're moving in the right direction. It tells you to trust. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust that everything will be all right. That's a lovely little message for you. Trust that there is nothing wrong. Trust that everything is moving correctly. Trust yourself. Trust spirit. Yeah? Everything is exactly as it should be. And all is well. Okay? Trust. Very simple. Very simple for you. Very nice. What a lovely message. I hope that makes sense to you. I like that a lot. Very good. That was easy, wasn't it? That was a sweet one. Okay. Let me see. Lotus of Serendipity. Wow, that is a name. That's amazing. Yes. Thanks for the video. I'm glad. Yes. I keep on looking at these amazing names and going, oh, what's that? I've read for you already. But that's great. My pleasure. I'm glad it was useful. Hadita, lovely to see you. You can indeed. Okay. Can I have a guidance card? Yes, you can. So we're going to take a guidance card from your higher self to you. And it's going to be guidance for the rest of the month. Let's have that. Guidance for your life for the rest of the month at least. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is always a fun one. We don't get the Eight of Wands very often, so that's quite cool. So the Eight of Wands is an escalating energy. So this is where things are speeding up. So the guidance from your team, your higher self, is that it's really important right now to understand that you are in an energy stream and you need to go with the flow and hurry up. So if there's anything you need to do, if there's anything you feel the pull to do, or you know you should be doing, or anything that you feel that pull, because it's one's energy, so it's energy in motion, right? Hurry up and do it. Lean in, get going, speed up, lean in, and let the energy take you. Go with it. And wherever it leads you is going to take you to the next chapter. Okay, so that's really important. This is a positive thing. All right, so good. Lean in, get going, get moving, go with the flow. Let the energy guide you, but you've got to do your part. You've got to lean in, you've got to take action. All right, really important. You take action, and speedy action. Don't sit around thinking, well, maybe next week. No. Gonna move on. Good. Very good. We like that. Thank you, John. John's here all week, by the way, as our resident comedian. Maintain the status quo, perhaps you'll start rocking all over the world. John, most of the people on here are too young to get that reference. I get it, because I'm of a certain vintage. I can do the dance. But there are young things on here who won't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about. But it was funny. Well done. Great stuff. Okay, lovely. All right, ascending universal butterfly. I understand. That's great. Like 8. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, what's this? This is Sprinkle Animates. Yes, hi, sweetie. How are you? I plan to post a new video on my channel this month, and I'm working on it, but I'm nervous, though. Can I get a guidance card on this? Okay, you know what? I almost don't have to take you a card. And I would almost say that you don't need even to ask for a card, because you already know the answer, don't you? You do know the answer. You do. You do. I will take you a card, though. Okay. Let's have a look. Right, Sprinkle Animates. You have got the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands is like a stabilization card. So it's like a milestone. So it's a celebration. So it's good. It's good. Post it and celebrate. And know that it's a thing. It's a thing. You finished a thing. You did a thing. You did it. Celebrate it. It's like a little milestone. It's a marker is what it is, right? That's great. That's really good. Now, it is not all the way there. It's not. It's a 4. We're not going to live here. We're not. See, look, in this card, see, we've got a campsite. Look, there you go. We've got a campsite. And we like being there. It's fun. It's good. But you know what? We can't. Well, we could live there forever, but we may not want to live there forever. What we might want to do is set off into the unknown and make more videos and do more things and build more and take more risks. Because after this 4, which you're going to be very happy with the video, I think that's good. Then you're going to be conflicted about whether the next one is good enough, or what you should do with the next one. So you're going to have conflict to deal with. You're going to be conflicted. Should I do more the same? Should I do a different one? What should I do? This, though, this is fine. This is easy. Post it and celebrate it. Right? There's your guidance. Post it and celebrate it. And then do it again. All good. We like that. It's good. Nothing bad at all. Very good. you go. See, I told you I didn't have to take a card for you. I already knew what the answer was. Great. Okay. Lovely. I'm glad, Universal Butterfly. I'm very glad. And it is wonderful, isn't it? People from all over the world. Great stuff. I can get into the spirit of ghostwriting. Oh, bless you, John. Who is the guy that does the puns? Is it Gary Delaney does puns, isn't it? And who else? There's a couple of other pun magicians, pun comedians as well. John, you'll be taking your place amongst them before we know it. Be up on stage punning with the best of them. Dandika, great. I'm very happy that you're happy. Okay. This is Mawuko. Is that right, Mawuko? I hope that's okay. Like number 9. Well, thank you very much. Current feelings. Okay. Alice's current feelings. Okay. All right. We've got that. Alice's current feelings for Mawuko. Right. Let's ask. Interesting. Well, we've got the Knight of Cups here, sweetie, which is not terrible, is it? The Knight of Cups is quite romantic and a little bit idealistic. So I think her feelings are interested. I think she's quite interested. And I think she's very romantically led. So she is going to be somebody who maybe falls in love with love and is on a bit of a heart journey. So that's good. It's a very romantic card. It's very nice. It's a little bit idealistic, so don't let her down, will you? All right. So it's a romantic card, and I think that's very sweet. So she's on a romantic journey, and she will be, so she'll be wanting that whole romantic deal, I think. So very nice, very nice. So make sure you lean in nicely to that. Okay, good stuff. Okay, Celine, you can I have a career reading? Any good news in the next 2 weeks? Let's have a look. Okay, let's ask the question, shall we? Okay. Good. Well, you've got the 9 of Wands. It looks like a very scary card, doesn't it? But you know what? It isn't a scary card. And it may well be that the next 2 weeks, perhaps, it's telling you don't be scared. Whether or not you get what you want in the next 2 weeks, I can't be entirely sure. But I can tell you that the worst case scenario that you're dreading is not what's going to happen. So this is telling you, don't be scared. Don't worry about what your worst case scenario is, 'cause it's not going to happen. Okay. So I think it's all going to work out just fine. I think you need to take your anxiety off the table, because that isn't going to help you. All right. And it isn't real. So 2 weeks may not work. It may not work, but it doesn't mean it ain't going to happen, right? Doesn't mean you won't get good news. You will get good news, I think. Perhaps just not in 2 weeks. So let's see. But it's good. It's very good. Oh, gosh, I've got something. My fan is blowing things in my eyes. So that's good. I think you should be optimistic for a good result. Don't be anxious, right? Well, good. That's all right, Kelly. Lovely to see you. Okay. Whoops, hold on. Oh. Hold on 1 second. I seem to have closed my chat thing. Don't know how I can get it back. Just 1 second, guys. Oh, that's weird. How have I done that? Well, that's very odd. Okay. Hold on, guys. Bear with me for a moment. I seem to have shut my chat and I can't get it back. Ah, there we are. Got it. Ah, that was a thing. Right. Oh. Right, now I just have to go here. Get rid of you. Okay. I don't know why people bother showing up and okay. And you can go. That's it. Right, it's viewed as a short-term solution. John, I'm not sure that the Fool is a short-term solution, actually. If you're referring to your reading, I wouldn't see the Fool as being a short-term solution. I would see the Fool as being exactly that, a leap of faith. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what your generate calling is based on my own voice and no one else's. Well, that's fine. That's all right. I don't know. Maybe the short-term solution was not. I've missed the wrong. I've missed the wrong thread. Right. Bear with me, everybody, while I get myself together. Okay. Yes. Well, no, John. Neither me. I don't either. Okay. This is Authentic McCall. My wedding is next week from April the 11th to April the 16th. Any negative or auspicious for Metha? Oh, okay. Well, I'll do my best. Let me see. Is there anything you should know? Let me see. Anything you should know about your wedding? Gosh, that's a hell of a celebration, isn't it? Anything auspicious for you in that time? That's okay. I've got you. All right. Right. Good. Interesting. So what I've got here is this. So this is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. It's the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is where what you must not do is go off in your head imagining what may or may not happen. because when you look for it, you find it. When you don't look for it, you won't find it. Okay? It's really, really important that you keep your feet on the ground and that you don't go off in your head going, yeah, but that might happen and that might happen. And they might say this and that person might do that. Don't do that. See this? Yeah, see? All these thoughts about what may or may not happen, right? Don't do it. This is the most important thing. Your head is the most important thing. You've got to keep your head on straight. What are you going to commit to? You're going to commit to your partner, and you're going to commit to having an amazing wedding. And everything else can go by the board. That's what you're going to commit to. That is what this is telling you to do. So it's telling you, don't go off in all of this big flight of fancy. Don't do it. Don't do it. You will find things, and you don't want to because you don't have to, right? Know what you're going to commit to. Keep your focus on that. All will be well, right? All will be well. If you do that, then it'll be lovely. Good. Hope that helps. Very interesting. That's really good, because what that tells you is there is nothing specific, right, for you to fear. Very good. Very happy to deliver that. That's great. Hello, Sophia. You may indeed ask. Further testing continues tonight, John. Yes, absolutely. Okay. May I have a love reading regarding my crush? That, crush A. All right. Let's have a look, Sophia. Oh. So this is the Page of Cups. We've had this already tonight. Page of Cups is a very sweet card, Sophia. And what this is telling you is that it might be that your feelings for A are a little bit gullible, a little bit, but not in a bad way, sweetie. Not in any kind of way that's criticizing you. It's just that what this card tells you is that you're a little bit emotionally inexperienced, and that you need to learn about connecting. You need to learn about who is going to make you happy and who isn't going to make you happy. Okay, so I am not sure that this crush is going to go anywhere, honestly. But it's not about that, really. The fact is you're practicing. You're practicing falling in love. You're practicing kind of figuring out who you like and what would make you happy. And that's fine. All's well. It isn't a big deal, though, sweetie. This is you doing the sort of practicing, as I've said, practicing falling in love and practicing liking people and seeing what happens as a result. But do not think that he is anything other than that, because that's what he is. Right? That is my reading for you, sweetie. Okay. Right. Allah. Hope you're doing well. A card pull for the Pisces feelings and intentions, please. All right. I presume the Pisces is the person you're thinking of. I better not tune in to all of the Pisces, otherwise you'll be getting me in the mix as well. You better tune into the Pisces one that you're thinking of. Try and be quite specific about the Pisces. Not all of the Pisces. Special Pisces. Okay, let's have a look. Right. Well, look, here we go. You see, we have the Magician again. Now, we've already pulled this card once tonight, so um, the meaning is exactly the same as in the last time we pulled it, because it's in the same context. So, what this card tells you is you need to be just a little bit cautious about this person, this Pisces person, because it's a little bit slippery, a little bit. And what it tells you is that this person believes they can make what they want to make happen. And what's really important is, I'll use the same analogy. You know, when you go see a magic show and the magician says, look over here, when really what's really going on is all in this hand over here, right? What you've got to do is not listen to words. Don't listen to words, watch actions. Actions speak louder than words, and in this instance, it will. He is not, he or she, I'm not quite sure which, but they are not, they're not powered by, let me see, they're not love powered, okay? They're not heart powered specifically. What they are is they just want to make things the way they want to make it, right? So they're powered by themselves. They're powered by their own desire. They're not powered by a desire to make you happy specifically. If they make you happy in the meantime, oh, well and good. That's great. Leans in. Everybody's happy. They're very happy about that. But that's not their primary goal. Primary goal is to make the situation the way they want to make it, and for you to fall into line with that, right? So that's what you need to know. So it's a tricky one. You've got to be on your toes with this, I think. That's all right, Gina. That's my pleasure. Great stuff. Okay. Oh, that's really sweet. So, yeah, so there you go. Second time I read, both cards had a wishing star. Well, there you are. Isn't that nice? That's all right, Billy. That's good. Hello, Shishama. Lovely to see you again. Can I remind everybody, please, if I do a reading for you, can you please pick a video on the channel? Not this one, another one. Pick a video on the main channel and hit play. That is my fee for reading for you. I can't enforce it. I can only ask you. Please hit play on one of the videos on the channel and let it play, and leave me a little comment to tell me you've done it. You really help me if you do that, and I would really appreciate it in return for me doing a free reading for you. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to pull a card now for Sushama. And so I'm going to pull a card from your higher self. And this will be a guidance card for you in alignment with your best happiness and your well-being. All right? So this is your guidance card from your higher self. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? So your guidance card from your higher self is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is where it's asking you to rest your mind and rest in general, and step out of communication, step out of doing anything, step out of thinking. So whatever you're thinking about, stop it. This is a card of, it's almost a meditative card. Now you can see, look, the person on this card is in a hospital bed. That doesn't mean they're actually ill. But what it's saying is that the interaction that they're in, they need respite. They need to step back and take a breath, take a while, step out. So this is a card where, you know, in hospital, you go into hospital, don't you? When you're, you know, people just can't show up. Right, you're there to get what you need. You're there to get the nutrients you need. You're there to rest, to recover. You have to have some peace, and you need peace. So if you're caught up in thoughts about whatever, if you're overthinking, if you're thinking about, I don't know, a past relationship or something, stop it. Just rest. You don't have to do anything. Don't do anything. Literally. Stop. That is your guidance from your team. Be at peace. Be peaceful. You don't have to do anything. Stop thinking. You're not doing yourself any good with your thinking. That's very sweet, actually. Very sweet. That's all right, Sprinkles. That's very great. We want to see Sprinkles' video, don't we? That's what we all want. We all want to know you've posted your video so we can all watch it and help your channel. Okay, let's have a look. Pura Vida. Hello, Janice. Can I have a message from my guys about having children? It is my wish and I haven't been fulfilled. Okay, well, I can certainly try. Like number 11, thank you. All right, well, I'll do my best for you, sweetie, of course. Just hold on. Okay. Right. Well, this is a tricky one, isn't it? Hold on, I need to just clarify something for myself here. Hold on. There's something here. This is the card I've drawn for you, okay? So this is the Two of Cups. And that is a card of connection and relationship and choices being made within a relationship. Now, there's something here about your emotional relationship. It might be your something to do with your partner that is influencing things. Now, I want to make this very, very clear. I am not a medical practitioner. I'm only looking at what I can see as being the energy involved in the situation. And what I'm being told here is that it's not just you, right? It's not you. This is a partnership thing. This is not just you. So whatever is going on in the relationship, I think looking at both of you is important. And if you're doing that anyway, you know, I think that's a good thing. All right. So I don't think this is impossible. So what that card tells you is this is not impossible, right? It means that you and your partner together have the solution together. So they are influencing things as well. whatever decisions you make moving forward, there is the possibility that you can have children. That's what I'm being told. This is a very difficult thing. This is also a one card reading on a free evening. It's not, this is, we have to be mindful that it's a very simple reading. It doesn't have an awful lot of depth to it. And also, again, I'm not a medical practitioner, right? So it's just an opinion. It's just an objective view from my perspective. All right. So take that, add it to the rest of the information. I'm not getting that it's impossible for you to have children. That's just my position. So, yeah, your partner has a part to play in this, some part to play. The connection between you is important. All right. So I hope that helps. That's a big question to ask, and I hope that I've helped in some way. Okay. Good. All right. Right. So yes, authentic Muckle. Don't lean into it. Don't lean in. Just literally assume everything will be fine, and it will all go to plan. Don't lean into any problems. Don't expect problems. All right. Just be very bright and breezy to your neighbor, and just make everything lovely, and it will be fine. Okay. I don't think he's going to do something wrong. Please don't be tense. Don't look for it. Really important you don't look for it. Okay, great. Okay, Sophia, I'm glad that was helpful. There we go. Thank you, John. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and write a comment. Don't forget to buy Janice's new book, which is a brilliant idea. And also don't forget to visit Janice's online shop. Buy something from Janice's online shop. There's lots of lovely stuff on there that you could look at. Very good. Okay, what else have we got? Thank you, John, for that. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm not looking for a reading. I am simply looking for advice for somebody who's new to tarot card reading. Okay, well, my advice, Rita, is for them to learn with me. I would say that, wouldn't I? But I don't think it's useful. This is my advice to your friend. I don't think it's useful to learn tarot one card at a time. Tarot is a story. And when we learn the connections between the cards, it becomes much, much easier to learn. And the cards speak to us much more easily because they are telling a story. And when we lean in and when we connect emotionally to the story, they make more sense to us. So for your friend, I would, or for you, if it is you indeed who's new to tarot reading, come and explore my website and see what I've got to say about how I think it is best to learn tarot and the energy in which to do that. You must, of course, make all your own decisions on that as to what's best for you. The other thing that I would suggest you do is make sure the first thing you look at in whatever card you're looking at is the suit. The suit, I would argue, is probably 50% of every single card. And people forget the suits. They go, oh, yeah, and slide off them. Don't do it. It's a big mistake. Suits are fundamentally important. They power every single card. So there you go. That is my quick whistle-stop advice for you or your friend who is looking to learn tarot. All right. That's all right, Authentic McCall. Thank you for the compliment. I will take that. I appreciate that greatly. Yes. So John is suggesting that you join Tabby. Tabby is great. John's going to hate me for this. It's not that I think Tabby is in any way bad. I don't think they are. They're very traditional in their teaching. Very traditional. And my own position, and I grew up with Tabby. That was where I first started. And that's fine. And I love them all. They're great. They do a great job. But it is very traditional. And they will teach you one card at a time for sure. Now, that's not wrong, right? I'm not telling you it's wrong, and I'm not telling you it's bad, and I'm not, don't do it, terrible. I'm not telling you anything like that at all. But what I am telling you is that it is going to probably take you quite a lot longer learning one card at a time and learning card meanings. Now, the trouble is that when we learn card meanings, we're kind of learning each card in isolation. Whereas when we learn in stories and we connect the cards emotionally together, that's when they speak, and that's when we understand their context, and we have a bit more connection to them quicker. So that's my perspective with that. So do have a think about that, and think about what might be the right way for you. Explore all your options and see which you are drawn to, and see which one feels right to you. Okay, so that's good. They're good people at Tabby. For me, just a little bit traditional, but that's just my personal perspective. Okay. Okay. Rishika, I am sure that I have read for you already, so I can only give everybody one question. Thank you, John, for answering that. Not because I'm being mean. It's literally just because otherwise, some people don't get a reading at all otherwise. There 555, you could just ask a question on the list and I will ask you. Let me see. Pure Vida. I see. Wants a child because of a new relationship. Well, then you're gonna have to explore that. Okay. So that may be something that you need to explore. It is, well, I'm glad I was not off base when I said it was not just about you, right? So it's absolutely possible for you to have a child. It just depends on your relationship, right? So that's what's important. Phew, that made sense of that reading. That's good then. Oh, what else have I done here? Right, okay, let me see. I keep on hitting the wrong button. Hello, Marin. How lovely. Rita Holmes, I am just a young woman looking to learn. Well, Rita, you are most welcome. And if I can help you, or if Tabby can help you, or if any of us here can help you, we will be very, very happy to help you do that. Okay. We're all good people. We all just want to help in the best way we can. So whatever works, whatever feels right for you, explore all of it, of course. All right. Sorry, Bina. I do, Marin. Of course I do. I will take a guidance card for you right now. Okay. I will be doing 8:45. About 15 minutes. Okay. So this is guidance card to Marin. You had a big old card last time, didn't you, Maren? I seem to remember. Ah, look, you're getting some big, powerful cards, Maren, aren't you? Right, the Magician. So now this is interesting. Okay, so here's how we skew cards into different contexts. So we've had the Magician twice this evening, both in the same context about somebody in a relationship, and we want to know how they feel. And so we gave the guidance that the Magician, their feelings as the Magician is that they could make things happen and they could make the situation the way they want it to. So as a guidance card for Maren, we're going to give her the advice to step into that role. So we're going to tell her that she has the ability to make things the way she wants them to be. So she has the ability to literally to create the environment and the outcome that she wants to create. She has more power than she thinks she has, or maybe not. Maybe she knows she has the power, but that's really cool. So the Magician in tarot is like the master manifester, right? So he's the one who goes, okay, these here, let me show you. You probably can't see because of the light, but up here we have the tarot icons. So we have cups, wands, swords, and pentacles up here, and the Magician is connecting to them. So he is energetically connecting to the energy and going, right, what potentials can I bring down and make real? Okay, because he's the one who's going to turn his desire and his vision and his wants into real life, because he's the Magician. He's going to connect everything together. So there he is, and work a little magic. That's very good, Maren. A very good card for you. Very cool. It's not bad, is it? Rushed in late from work, got the Magician, ticking off all the boxes. Got it all going on there. That's okay, isn't it? Okay. Gosh, we've had a lot of satanic threats tonight, haven't we? Right, yes, I know there are two windows, but there's one in portrait and one in landscape. They are both the same feed, so it's fine. You only have to type one, but it doesn't matter if you've typed in both. Don't worry, it's cool. I understand. Okay, let's have a look. But I know it can be a bit confusing if you can see both. Message from H for me. Okay, message from H. I don't think I've done there, 555. You're very welcome. Let's have a look. Message from H. So what is H's message to their 555? So H's message is that decisions have to be made. We've had this once on the live already tonight. So this is where there is a crossroads to take, and a decision that is important has to be made. And maybe they're asking you to make it, or maybe he's saying he has to make it, or she has to make it, whatever it is. But nevertheless, it is a point where you either go this way or this way with this relationship or this situation. I'm presuming relationship. So in or out, yes or no. So this is where you choose. This is what her message is. This is where you choose. This is where choices are made. So that's really important. And that's what I'm getting as the message from that person H to you. So I'm presuming what they're saying is for you, perhaps it's time to choose. what you want. What direction do you want to go in? Okay. So I wonder if that makes sense to you. See if that resonates. It's a strong card. It's saying you take one path, you abandon the other. You can't do both, one or the other. All right. So tell me if you think that resonates, if you understand what that means. Interesting. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. We have, what is my ex? Alet Bother intentions towards me. She blocks, unblocks me, communicates, goes silent. We broke up because I caught her seeing her ex behind my back. I am Anil Morgan. She is a Gemini. Okay. All right then. Let's have a look. Do you know what I'm going to do? If it's all right with you, Anil, I'm going to ask, what steps do you need to take for the best results in this situation? Now, within that will be for your happiness, right? What should you do here? Because the trouble is that it seems to me she doesn't know what she wants. So if we ask her intentions, you could just get something changeable that just look at her, what she's doing. Her intentions are all over the place. So if I look at her intentions, you're not going to get a trustworthy reading. You're just not. Okay. So I want to ask what you should do, because it's all about the power that you have in your life. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Sorry. Hey, stop it. Don't do that. Come on. That's it. Sorry, this is my dog trying to pop bubble wrap. Right. Okay, so Anil Morgan. Right. Okay. You've got the Queen of Pentacles here, which is, oh, sorry, not on screen, is it? Which is a very practical card, really. And it seems to me that what's happening here is that you've got to ground the energy, because the trouble is Alet is all over the place, right? And you've got no idea what she's going to do next. And so you've got to be the practical one. You've got to be the stable one, right? And what would be really good is if you were not bothered, right? You just hold the space. Let her do what she wants. Because her rocking the boat side to side is forcing you to be off balance. So the Queen of Pentacles being a very practical card, it's very down to earth. It just does what's needed to be done. It's not reactionary at all. It's kind, it's nice, it's very stable, but it doesn't lean in to any disturbance, right? It doesn't lean into any kind of drama. It just holds the space kindly, nicely, in a very grounded way, very down to earth, right? Very practical. So it's not asking you to do anything, in fact, and it's not asking you to lean in to how she's behaving or what she feels, because the trouble is she doesn't know herself, really. She doesn't. She's got no idea what end is up. So you cannot rely on anything to do with her intentions or her feelings, okay? And that's the problem. So until she is absolutely solid in what she wants and lets you know in a way that is again, practical and down to earth, and okay, this is what it is. You just hold it. You just stay firm. You just, not in any kind of like rigid or domineering way, not at all. Just patient, calm, grounded, not reactionary. Really important, okay? Because while you're trying to figure out how she feels, she's already changed. So you're going to waste your energy and your time trying to. So don't. Right. Okay. There you are. Hope that helps a bit. Oh, we have, hold on one second, guys. Sorry, I'm leaning over you. Blow my nose. Right. Okay, what have we got? Right, not too much longer because we've done a couple of hours. What else have we got? Who else have we got here? That's all right, Maron. I love the Magician too. It's very cool, isn't it? Megan in Wood. Okay. Any messages from Spirit for me, please? Yes, I'm sure there is. Let's have a look. Okay. All right. Okay. So you've got the Knight of Wands here. So the Knight of Wands is telling you that you need to look at your energy, right? So this is all about making sure that you push enough passion and energy into what you want to get done, into what your aspirations are, and make sure that it's sustainable and that you're not going to just run out of steam with it. Okay, because the trouble is with this energy, it's a little bit impetuous. So it gets a bit swept away with like, oh, like I want to do that. It's great. I'm all kind of buoyed up. But then something will happen and it's just like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. No, I'm bored with that now. Or no, next, right? So it's passion led, which is fine. But ultimately, it's asking you to make sure that what you do in a way that you can follow through. So you're not going to get swept away just in a thing, just in the moment, right? You're going to make sure you're not going to do that, and that you're going to just be a little bit more grounded about that. Because if this is a message from Spirit, which I've asked for, what they're asking you to do is maybe just slow down just a little bit. Energy is really good. So passion and energy is great. You don't want to not have passion and energy, but you do want to make sure you direct it properly in a way that's going to last, right? In a way that you can build on, that isn't going to sort of disappear off in a puff of steam. All right, so that's your message from Spirit. Make sure that you lean into that and see how that might be playing out somehow in what you're doing. Okay, good. All right. For goodness sakes. Okay, good. All right, what else do we have? Hold on one second. Right. What if she says she wants me back? Okay. Well, what if she says she wants you back? So that's the point where you this is sort of Indira. Okay, let me just, there we go. Oh gosh, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Please forgive me if I crucify your name. It is all me. I'm not good at name pronunciation. So Indravin. Indravin? You know who you are. What if she wants you back? Okay, well, with that energy, what I suggest you do is, again, stay with the practical card. The practical card said, okay, I'm going to be very down to earth. I'm not going to let my emotions guide me. I'm going to be very calm about this. And if she says she wants you back, while you're not reacting to her stuff, right, you're going to be in a much better position to be able to go, well, how do I really feel? How do I really feel? Do I think this is a good idea? Do I think this is something that I want to try again? You can be very practical and grounded about it. Okay, you're going to have to make that decision yourself. But right now, she's in no position to say she wants you back, because she's only going to change her mind again 30 seconds later. It's got to be grounded. It's got to be. She's got to be grounded, right? She cannot be darting off, doing this. It's just too much drama. And you have to ask yourself if this is what you want. All right? That is my guidance for you, my sweet. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. So we've done a couple of hours. I did not take a card for Karene, so I'm going to take a card for Karene now, because Karene is always on the feed, and she is here tonight. I don't know if she's still here, but take a card for you anyway, sweetie. Here we go. Okay. Guidance card for Karene. This is so funny. Karene, we've got the Knight of Wands. How funny is that? So the reason this is funny for everybody on the feed is that Karene is part of my practice group, and she just did a spread as part of the practice group, and part of the spread was the Knight of Wands, something she had to get over. So Karene, you'll know what this means. So the Knight of Wands for Karene is talking about not rushing at it, not trying to get it done quick, not, and then just like, just burn out with it. So keep the energy nice and steady and sustainable, and not kind of try and do it all in a big rush of heated passion. Calm down, Karene. That's so funny. It's so funny we got that card again. That is lovely. I love these stalker cards when they just show up repeatedly. That's so lovely. Yes, I know. That's great. Yeah, I just think that's tarot having a little joke with you, Karene, just going, yeah, we've got you. We know you. Lovely. Okay. All right. Great. All right. Well, I'm going to go. And it's lovely to see you all. And I'll come back next week. Come back next Tuesday. And have a lovely evening. Have a lovely rest of the evening. As you can see, I'm in Gus the Bus. I'm coming to you from Chepstow tonight, which is a place that I used to live many, many moons ago. And I've come back to see one of my oldest friends. And that's very good. So there we go. So this is where I am. I'm sitting here just outside Gus the Bus, is Chepstow Castle, right there, towering over us, which is rather lovely. And the weather's been gorgeous. And it is very spectacularly beautiful in the Wye Valley and the Forest of Dean. So it's been a treat driving around here. So thank you all very much for coming. It's lovely to see you. I will see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.